run both ways, and then how you got to maximise every single touch you get. The Giants mids have been superb.
Yeah, Wynn would have put Melbourne equal with Geelong. Equal 4th, 8 and 4, if they were able to get the win. But again, they've sold this game to this beautiful venue to bring footy to town. Great for footy, but they've been better off playing this one at the G. And more salt in the wound. The flying Finn Callahan adds another dagger.
It's too easy. He's made it look easy all day. He's made it look easy his whole career, to be honest. But just waltzed through a forward 50 stoppage on his preferred side, being the left side. Just laces out another one. It's the 7th goal from stoppage. So it's been a lovely balance between winning in the contest. So 7 goals from stoppages, 3 of them coming from the centre square ball-ups, and then 12 from turnover. You just see him setting up here. There's the contest. He's sitting off the back. And just waltzes through a great little cheeky handball. Missed that on the initial view. It was Clayton Oliver getting to work, doing what he does really well. It's up to 27 disposals, Clayton Oliver, and feeding out to his running mate. 29 coming from Finn Callahan, the 2 goals.
This fourth quarter, where, you know, from a Giants point of view, they could have been forgiven for coasting. They've had 51 more touches, 39 more uncontested possessions, and 32 uncontested marks plus.
Chandler in the middle, feeds it to Steele. Heads out wide. Langford, hoping one of their forwards can get on the end of it. Been might check or bust today. Jefferson hasn't had a big afternoon, and maybe Jefferson in his 4th season is a perfect example of the old Lindsay Gaze rule. If you're small, you got 5 minutes to show me you can play. If you're tall, you got 5 years to show me you can't. It's year 4 for Matthew Jefferson, so he does the ruck work here. Maybe it's time for him to start showing at some stage in the next couple of weeks and the next year and a bit, because it is the 4th year for him.
From a D's perspective, it has been disappointing, guys, that they haven't changed their awareness of how to use the ball going inside forward 50. It's been dump kicks, hasn't been out in front, sitting on the top of the player's head, and just Giants have just been superb defensively in those one-on-ones.
Yeah, and the look inside 50 hasn't changed all that much either. So maybe that's, you know, Stephen King saying, "Now you work it out. Yeah, this is a learning curve. You've got to work your way through this." They've been dominated.
Stand.
It's a good response. It's a good backup for the Giants after, you know, what they did last week to the reigning back-to-back premiers.
As I mentioned, some teams below them coming up after the bye to reset. I know they've got a few out that won't be back for the whole of the year, but they do have a few that'll come back in the last part of the year. That's the good part for them as well.
Not sure what the pressure rating is, Del, but it'll be very, very low this last. 146, I'm told, which is generous, I would have thought. And I reckon the Giants players are feeling it.
Stand. Play on.
Does that include the pressure they're putting on themselves?
There must be 100,
some good footy.
126 comes from them having to hit a target.
Yeah, because they are continuing to keep the hammer down, the Giants. They want to, well, percentage could be a massive factor for all teams coming the end of the year when it comes to spots in the 10 and in the 6.
They've taken 128 uncontested marks, Dwayne. They've had 57 more uncontested marks than Melbourne today.
It's going to be no small wins. 51 points at the moment. Oliver flicks that, almost a throw. Big Max, who hasn't had any help today. Max Heath out of the team. And that's a lasso free kick to Stone.
You're there, no closer. Outside
the percentage is important. They got a huge boost last week. The Giants, another 5% as it currently stands for the Giants, and -5 from a D's perspective. So when you're thinking about even wild card, top 10's very important. It might get a little bit tighter when that point of the year comes around. A percentage is worth a lot.
So Melbourne, mentioned King's birthday against Collingwood. Then they've got Essendon and MCG, Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval, and then a bye. So Giants with the bye next week. Melbourne still 3 more games until they have a week off. One last chance for maybe mark of the year to be taken, although I think the players are almost happy to hear the siren at the moment.
I'll stay outside.
The Giants would be happy to go around another quarter, Dwayne.
Yeah, probably right.
I'm not sure the other mob would.
Well, the margin was 27 at 3/4 time. It's now 51, so they've essentially doubled it in a quarter of footy.
Melbourne.
Yeah, the numbers in this last quarter won't be great reading for Melbourne. That's just absolute been a slaughter.
Well, as Windsor breaks through a couple and spears it to Laurie.
Stand.
And you did mention at the start of our coverage that they haven't been demolished in games. They've actually been fighting back. They've been getting 3 or 4 down and fighting back in games, Melbourne.
Yeah, so last week was a good example. They got 30-odd points down against the Western Bulldogs and got themselves into a winning position. I suspect that this would be their worst defeat. I mean, Freo got them by a fair bit, but now we know what Freo are. This has been a pretty, almost embarrassing performance.
Bailey Laurie sends it long to the line, and Jefferson Flies can't mark it.
Only embarrassing as much as that when you analyse what they've been able to do, like if you give yourself 60 inside 50s in a game, then you take that all day long. You haven't been able to look dangerous at any real stage of going in there. So there's a few things that they'll take out of it. But in the end, the Giants have given them a lesson in efficiency and ability to complete players. Lockie Ash turns it over.
Langford opens it up, and good flick. That's a mark, surely. No, maybe not. Rivers outside of the boot.
It's a clever little kick from Rivers.
Yep,
but I do agree, go back to that spoil. I think it was Fonte that was coming through full speed.
Well, he either got arms or he got the Sharon. If you got the Sharon, it's a mark. If you got arms, it's an arm chop.
Completely agree.
Now Chandler's holding his shoulder, so... as the siren's close to sounding, Langdon try and get himself a consolation prize. $19-5.
Yeah,
great demolition. Siren about the sound. 49 points the margin here in Palace Springs for the Giants. From a football standpoint, they have enjoyed being here in fine weather, playing their kind of footy.
They've cruised to victory. They have backed up what was an astonishing performance last week against the Brisbane Lions. They've come up here and done a really professional hit job on a team that at various stages this year have been as exciting as any. Clayton Oliver will be enjoying the victory. There's no question about that. Finn Callahan, we'll have a look at some of his stuff in a moment. Ends up with 797 metres gained. Just a superb performance all round, Del.
Yeah, it was a business trip, wasn't it? Came up with a purpose off the back of last week. We still had some questions. Was that real off the back of the week before losing to the West Coast Eagles? Meticulous from the very start. It was deliberate and they executed.
Well, let's get the latest on Sam Taylor's issue. Eddie